a little bit loud at my starting point. It's just after 6 a.m. I've actually just made a long walk from home to my local park lake. I haven't been here since, I don't know, midsummer last year or so. Just haven't bothered coming here at all this year. And from what I can see, completely choked with weeds. I guess it's on this side. And it looks like it's that way through a lot of the main body of the park lake. So some of the older areas, smaller areas, I'll be walking around. It's an entirely stalking session with a twist. I don't have my regular carp here with me. I may be completely undergunned for the fish that are in here, but today I'm going to set out to do what I said I was going to do in some of our early live streams this year. I'm going to try and get a carp on the fly rod. It's been 2007 was the last time I can actually remember getting my fly rod off the rod rack, and if I remember correctly, it was in fact a carp that I got on a stonefly imitation. So I'm going to try and do this again. Now, I have two fly rods. I have an 8-weight and a 5-weight, and like I said, I might be undergunned. I brought the 5-weight today. I'm not looking for big fish. Obviously, if I see one, I will take the chance at it, but I'm just looking for a couple of small or medium-sized fish just to secure that feeling that I know I can still get a fish on the fly rod. Used to do it all the time here. Actually, this is where I really learned how to fly fish for carp. That was back in the mid-90s. I miss it. So I literally just got here. I'm sweating. Light is just getting to a level where I can actually see. And I'm going to choose one of these flies. I don't know which one yet. I have several options that I've specifically picked out for this session. I just need to put one on, go looking for some fish, and hopefully catch one. So stick around. Let's do this. Carp on the fly rod. Gotta make it happen. Okay. There was a bunch of feeding fish here. And I had a lot of chances at them. They were feeding so heavily they didn't really notice my screwed up casts. For some reason it looks like my action camera stopped. I must have bumped it or something. So I'm having a lot of issues. My proper camera mount that holds the microphone, not in the bag. So I have it kind of strapped to the camera. Action camera stopped working. I've spotted 8 fish just in the short time I've been here. Missed my first 2 opportunities. Now I've missed a bunch of opportunities on some really good carp over here. We'll make this work, but it's not going to be easy. This water's crystal clear. These fish can see me from a mile away, but it's still just dark enough that I can't quite see my fly. So I don't know if I should switch the fly so I can put on something that I can see a bit better, or if I just wait out for a little bit more light and then I'll be able to see it fine. I have another edge with me. It's been a long time since I've had these out, but my big polarized overglasses. So yeah, I look completely silly, but I can literally see 10 times more than I could a second ago. Yeah. Okay, so this is still going. I'm going to keep trying to find these fish. I do have some monster carp corn pellets that I'm going to bait up a few spots as I go around, because I'm on a very limited time today. So a spot like this where they're feeding, I'll throw a few pellets in here just to keep them coming back to this spot, and then maybe my next pass through I can get one. There's literally still cobwebs on my rod from sitting in the rod rack so long. All 3 of those fish just chased the fly and then turned away at the last second. I know camera angles like this are tough, but it's going to be really hard to position the camera doing this sort of thing, so I'll do my best to try and make it better as we go along. But yeah, I just missed another opportunity. Okay, this is where it's getting tricky. 5 feet from me on the other side of these bushes, there's a big fish feeding. The ones I was casting to, I can see from a different angle. They're feeding really heavily right now. Neither place is something that I think I'm skilled enough to get us cast at. But guess what? This idiot's gonna try it. So let me just try and get you guys positioned over here. my best, see what we can make happen here. I'm filming, call me later. Of course, video call from Kevin, right when the fish is under the margin, or sorry, under my feet in the margin. And as soon as I look back up after they hang up on him, the fish is bolted out. I'm gonna keep moving. Okay, how about a sloppy on the run update? Sunny as can be. So the light levels have come up so much that it's almost impossible for me to see half the spots that I'm actually trying to get fish from. I'm trying to focus my attention on spots where I've seen more than one fish, so 2 or 3 of them feeding at a time. I keep visiting those spots. I've tried multiple different flies, and what I've come to is that they've chased everything I've thrown at them, but I think other than that first fish that I think took a swipe at it, I haven't been able to get a bite at all. On top of that, my constant recasting because I'm, so rusty at all this. Everything is just going wrong today. You can see the microphone even sticking out of the side there. That's a little better. So yeah, I can't get anything to go right. Can't get the fish to actually just mouth one of the flies. It's just not working. Now it looks like there's definitely a fish back in this spot that I've just walked up to. Problem is, for me to be able to see them even with the polarized glasses, I literally got to be standing right over it. So let's give it a shot. If I can spot it, it's feeding heavy enough, maybe I can get a fly on it. Okay, so that fish that I just walked up on, there was actually two of them, and I spooked the first one. So I tried my best, put 2 casts at it. I don't know how much you could see because I don't know how well I've been with the camera today. And I spooked it off. It spun around and swam right back at the other one that was feeding heavy in the weeds. That's the one that I had noticed. Put a cast just past it. The first fish swam by. Second fish lifted right up out of the weeds, went right after it, put his mouth around the fly, and when I struck, it just pulled it right out. So we actually had an opportunity. It actually took the fly, and I didn't sting it. So we're going to try again. I got one. Oh, this is crazy. Oh, I need the net. my God, what a crappy camera angle. I did it. I hope when I look back on this, it looks good. The chest cam kept dying on me because I kept hitting buttons. As I was walking, I would bump stuff into it. I ended up just killing the batteries on that. Not 20 minutes ago, I was almost ready to just walk home and give up. This is exciting. There was 3 fish there. He's just sitting in the net for a minute, but there was 3 fish there. I keep coming back to these fish. They keep spooking off of whatever fly I throw at them. I've already been at them with this fly, and I saw them digging in the mud. I put a cast out there. 2 of them spooked off. Put another cast out as they came back in. They spooked off. Put a 3rd cast just a little bit further. Just kind of tried to, my best roll casts, which are horrible, I know, but my best roll cast. And the fish that I didn't see way off to the left, it was just kind of tucked under some weeds, just shot out, just lifted his nose up, shot out, and grabbed it. Just absolutely just smashed it. My first fly caught carp in, 15, 16 years? I was right when I started this. I was undergunned bringing the light fly rod. Next time I'll bring the 8-weight. It's not a small fish. It's a good size, and it was quite the tussle on this light line and light rod. I'm gonna get the mat out, and let's show you this fish. You need to go by? Go ahead. Sorry, I know I'm taking up the whole path.
That's okay. Did you catch a fish?
Yeah.
That's awesome. What kind?
It's a carp.
Oh my God, it's...
Thanks. Oh, it's so hard to see. The sun is so bright around me. What a magnificent fish. This fish is absolutely stunning. The shoulders on it, just above that head, that big bump there. Big tail. This is way too much fish for that little fly rod I was using. I can't explain to you how happy I am, how excited I am. I was ready to give up. I really was. I just... I'm down. And that's why we have unhooking nets. I can't believe it actually happened. A long string of blanks lately. I've had, this is now my 4th fish just for the month of August, and none of the other 3 were on camera. It's just so exciting. Okay, it's so damn sunny out here. I was in such a hurry to get that fish back after such a long tussle. I completely forgot to take a picture. So, yeah, I'll figure something out. But yeah, to actually get a carp on the fly on camera when, you know, I had been planning it for the last couple years, and this year I set it as a goal to actually get a carp on the fly. And despite my problems this morning, my whole attitude just plummeting to just miserable only a very short time ago. It's amazing how, seeing those fish, it just keeps you going back and going back, no matter how much it's beating you up. And then, just when you don't expect it to actually happen, it happens, and it feels amazing. So I want to show you the fly that I was using. I went through a number of flies this morning. I don't know how much of the camera actually picked up me changing my fly, but I think I went through, let's see here, 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm on my 6th different fly this morning. So soaking wet. That's what it looks like right there, just a little brown mess. But before it was wet, it's this guy, just a really big pile of light brown marabou with a little bit of crystal flash in it, and that's really all there is to it. Some brown dubbing on the body. There's not much to it. I put a bunch of corn pellets over there to keep those fish in that other spot. Came back to this one. The fish were still here, but I just wasn't expecting them to take. But, as it is with fishing and how obsessed we are, we just keep casting and we keep casting, and out of nowhere, this fish just shot out of the weeds right over, and boom, just absolutely smashed it. So I'm really short on time, and I've got a long walk back home. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and hit a few spots as I walk out of the park lake before I head home. And maybe, I know I'm pushing it, but maybe we'll get one more.